Yes. How many fingers am I holding?
Let us know. Live stream is starting soon.
Checking vitals. All right.
Get in here. It says it's streaming to both.
Okay, good. We're not getting that stupid error message
Awesome
from last time.
Network.
All right, then I guess we could probably start the show now.
Oh, there it goes.
There
yeah,
it
we're
is.
live.
There it is. Woo! All right.
That's great.
That's the first thing they see.
Oh God, I'm not muted.
They're like, what?
Okay.
This is why you watch us on Twitch, to get all those little Fitbits.
Beautiful.
So, welcome to Awesome Hardware.
We have begun.
This is episode 46, part A. If you want to catch part B, which you definitely should, which is happening in about an hour or so, go ahead and stay tuned if you're watching live, or head over to Paul's channel, Paul's Hardware. You can watch part B right there. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, on my channel, it's rebroadcast. You can check the link in the description. It'll take you right to his video. How's it going, everyone? Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is it's a beautiful night, beautiful evening here in Southern California. The El Nino has passed. It is now...
No, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't?
Part of the El Nino
Maybe
has
part
passed.
of it, but I mean the shit part. The
Yeah.
the shit storm has actually passed. I wouldn't
Really?
know it's El Nino.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a little gloomy, but it's not like pouring cats and dogs
I
out
just
there.
mean it's still January 12th. There's still plenty of probably storms still to come.
True.
Anyway.
I guess if you asked like anyone from, like outside of the States, they'd be like, oh, it's like bright and sunny skies here, comparatively speaking. But anyway,
We usually talk about the weather on this show.
we do. We actually have a new weather segment, guys. I'm sure you're all excited to hear it. I'm going to go ahead and mute my volume here so you don't hear me talking twice. That's not good. Once is enough for that. So what are we doing here? Let's do some announcements. How does this go again? CES has wrecked my brain completely. So we're going to start off with a few announcements, starting with shirts and merchandise and things that you can buy from either of our stores to help support our individual channels. Paul's Hardware, Awesome Sauce Network. Go ahead and check those stores out. We sell some good quality shit.
Oh,
and
yeah.
everyone, have you been getting
I'm
many
supposed to be
returns?
showing stuff.
You
Right?
should show stuff. Because, my words can only take them so far, Paul.
Have I been getting returns?
No, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
I figured
Why would anyone want to return such high quality merchandise?
Exactly my point.
Um,
Exactly. Because
yeah.
they're really good quality shirts. Probably going to last you a while. I've been washing mine like almost every other week because I wear them a lot. And still the colors haven't really faded too much compared to my other crap that I get at the mall or online. But Paul sells more than I do. He has more stuff.
I do, because there's I have my old shirts and there's like one or two of each one left that still haven't sold. But
It makes it more exclusive.
I've got my thumbscrew shirts, which are fun. I also have some mugs and glasses you guys can check out if you haven't already. Other than that, though, I need to not be clicking that. I forget. Kyle, kill just a minute while I open up stories. Oh, no, we don't need to, because we're doing a CES recap to begin the show with. All right, so...
Sure.
Was that what we're doing next, or do we have anything else to announce?
No.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Well, beautiful then.
Those are all the announcements. Yeah, we got them out quick this time. I know it usually doesn't happen. But the first segment that I want to talk about is kind of a skew on news. It's more like CES news. So all the news that was accumulated over the last week at the event in Las Vegas, which Paul and I both attended. You guys have probably seen some of my videos, and you probably saw some of Tech Syndicate's videos where Paul was actually doing a lot of the interviews for them. Did a really good job, by the way. I watched a couple of them. Very ace.
Thank you. I was nervous.
Yeah, of course. I know. There's nothing more intimidating than a large bearded man named Logan who's watching your every move.
Yeah, it's just standing there the whole time, just glaring at me, threatening death and dismemberment.
He's a scary sight.
If I said one wrong word out of place, or spoke ill of metal music, or or IPAs,
he would kill you by force feeding you enough stout to drown you. I don't know what I'm saying, but
what a lovely segue, Kyle. Why, yes, I am pouring a milk stout right now.
Yeah, see, I set that up.
This is from Left Hand Brewing Company, Longmont, Colorado.
Okay.
All right.
It looks thick and tasty.
It's 6%, so nothing crazy, but we'll give it a shot here.
That's right. Cool. I'm drinking Downtown Brown over here, and I'm drinking Stella Artois over here. Just double fisting.
Indeed.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Double cheers.
You gotta drink those both at the same time now.
I don't know if I can do that.
I'm impressed.
I actually did it.
I was watching for some dribbles.
I got both flavors. I think I've created a new thing. Actually, no, they call that a black and tan, as you mentioned, but that's a totally different way to drink it. Anyway, I want to do a little bit of a CES recap, just because there was a lot of stuff going on last week that both Paul and I saw. And I'm sure we saw a lot of the same things, but we also saw different things as well. So I kind of wanted to discuss, what things that you took away from CES and what I really liked, and we'll kind of just go back and forth. So favorite, top, most
I came
exciting
away with
things.
at least, I think, 3 processors, 2 video cards.
What?
What
the fuck?
You mean
I didn't get any of that
like
shit.
information? Not. I thought you meant like stuff.
How did you?
Well,
did you really?
You're in the the suites. They just have it all sitting out there. You just have to kind of wait till no one's looking, and
Oh, okay.
that's how it works.
I'm rolling with you for
how do you
Computex.
think I bankroll my CES trip?
I'm following you around
every year.
Computex.
Techno Geek, thanks for the donation, man.
Yes,
Appreciate
absolutely. Walked around. I thought that said chat roulette. Walked around Charlotte, New NC. What is NC?
North Carolina.
North Carolina today,
Raise
wearing my thumbscrew shirt. How long before awesome hardware shirts are ready? Good question. Especially because we don't really have an answer for it. We are still in the process of vetting all the new designs that have been coming in. I checked the other day. There's actually a few more that have been coming in that are potential candidates for a awesome hardware branded shirt. As soon as Paul and I get our shit together and actually nail down a finalized logo or a design for a shirt, we will let you know. It'll be on the store and you can buy it, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, sorry we've been slow, especially with the holidays and CES. Now we have no excuse, Paul.
Yep, zero
now
excuses.
we have zero excuse now that all the shitstorm behind us has passed. So still don't expect anything. It's us, guys.
Keep
It's
those
us.
expectations low.
The bar is right here. You need to put it down there.
All
right. So what were you most excited about at CES, or what was your kind of the favorite tech items that you saw while you were running around?
Well,
the tech
I saw quite a few things there. There's lots of like new revisions. They're not necessarily like at their core new products, but there's lots of like I don't want to steal too much of what you already have listed, but like MSI had their godlike gaming motherboard that they launched.
Steal it all, Paul. Steal it all.
They had the blacked out version of that now, which is essentially the same board but in a different color.
Looks way nicer.
I mean, it's much nicer, but it's still at its core the same board.
Yeah.
True. But yeah, there's lots of other stuff. I think you should go over some of these first, so I don't, because I'll accidentally veer into them.
Just start.
Because a lot of them I agree with for sure.
Yes. Okay, so I'll just go down my list here. I checked out the Maximus 8 formula from Asus at their booth. And Asus is always like, they're always so professional.
Oh, yeah.
And they always have like this aura about them that's like, we are Asus. Yes, bow down to us. Like all the other suites are like, yo, what's up? You want some candy? You want some, here, take some champagne or whatever. And like you walk into Asus like, what time is your scheduled meeting, sir? Would you like a hot towel for your face? But
that's
honestly,
not an impression of Raja, is it?
No, it's not at all. Not at all. Raja is super cool.
But he has that sort of air about him, though. I mean, not like
he does.
He's very like button, like he's put together.
He's super professional.
He's
hot. Absolutely.
He
is hot. He looks good. He looks good.
He can dress well, is what I'm trying to say here.
Yes, he can.
I might have a secret crush on Raja.
I might have seen. My wife probably has a secret crush on Raja. I think we all kind of do.
We should interview him more. Get him on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. He would just make us feel dumb. Because he's like JJ level technical knowledge. Like, he's super smart. Anyway, I interviewed him about the Maximus 8 formula. Basically, all the great features that you get with ROG. RGB lighting, great. But as Paul was saying, with the original Godlike from MSI, it also had RGB lighting. But the kind of red accents all over the heatsink and the rest of the motherboard kind of made the RGB lights very, like, pretty much useless in a way. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, okay, I could either do like red, right, to match the heatsinks, or maybe white or some other neutral color, which honestly there aren't many, which kind of defeats the purpose of RGB lighting and full customizability. Yes, if you want that kind of look that you're going for and you want that flexibility. But the Maximus, this board is actually monochromatic, has a full monochromatic color scheme, which essentially is like black. It looks like granite or charcoal color. It's very neutral, and it pretty much matches with any of the 16 whatever million colors that you can pick on the spectrum for RGB. That was a nice little burp that I threw in there, right? It was like so seamless. It was almost like, did he really burp?
I wasn't sure whether I should reference that or not.
I'm just going.
Another cool feature about the board is not only does it have the RGB on it, but it's got an RGB header on it. So like InWin, for example, had that board in a system, and then they had that RGB going to all the RGB lights on the case. So you can use that software to control everything, as long as you have compatible LEDs, which I'm not sure what sort of standardization they have for that.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, I even asked Raj, I was like, does this mean you guys are planning on making RGB strips in the future? And he was like, well, there's already like a pretty big market for that, and everyone that's in the game for RGB LEDs is already doing pretty well, so maybe in the future, but right now no immediate plans, but which makes sense. Keeps them more focused on things like motherboards and things like that. But enough about that board. We also saw the MSI Vortex while I was there at the MSI booth, of course, which is essentially a MacBook, or it's a Mac Pro that's PC. It's a PC version of the Mac Pro in terms of looks and just the way it's kind of built. I think the title that I used in my coverage video was, GTX 980 SLI found in a trash can. Found in a fancy trash can. Because that's kind of what it looks like. It looks like a really fancy, like, I don't know, like some fancy brand of trash can that you'd find in a modern home. But it does a lot more than a trash can, although it can't hold trash. I mean, technically it could, but why would you? So basically it's going to be offered in two different varieties, GTX 960 SLI and 980 SLI. That's 980, not 980 Ti. And those are both full-fledged desktop GPUs we're talking, so no mobile shit here. This is a pretty powerful system, especially at the high-end model, which is going to retail for the 980 SLIs about four grand. A cool $4,000 if you want to step up to that. But it kind of has one of those Mac Pro cooling solutions where there's like a vortex fan at the top. There's only one fan that kind of covers the whole cylinder. It spins as an intake and intakes air from the bottom of the case. There's actually a pretty decent amount of room. You can see it's kind of on a stand.
Yeah.
And there's a sizable gap between there, so it actually gets some fresh intake from the bottom, and then it exhausts it straight out the top. You can. The other cool thing is that the CPU, which I believe it comes with the 6700K, at least for the high-end model, is socketable. So you can swap that out as long as the LGA socket is the same, which is pretty cool. Didn't say if the GPUs were swappable. I'm guessing not. Memory and storage is also swappable. As far as storage goes, you actually get two M.2 PCIe by 4 slots. Those are probably going to be populated to some degree when you buy the thing, if you can afford it. But that was pretty cool.
It's nice to see systems like that, because it's the type of thing that system builders, unless you're really elite with like making a customized thing, it's like you can't really put that together unless you're a company like MSI or Apple, whatever. Right. You're still a lot more limited as far as flexibility with expansion and whatnot. But it's a pretty cool design, and it was super quiet.
Yeah, it was. It was actually quiet. And the one thing, though, that we were just talking about the Maximus 8 and how it got all the marks right for the RGB and the monochromatic neutral scheme, this also has RGB LED accents on the outside of it, but you still have that red MSI logo right at the front, which is kind of the thing that's like, it's a pet peeve of mine. I was just like, I know it's beautiful and it can run 4K and VR and stream all at the same time, but that little red bat, nitpicking.
It's annoying.
Yeah. So the other thing that I saw, which was actually also at the MSI booth, that they also had at the main show, the convention floor, was an HTC Vive. And there was a full demo there at the MSI booth. I put it on. He let me choose the zombie apocalypse type demo, which was really cool. I forget what the name is, but basically it not only demoed the VR headset, the HSD. Is it HSD? Yeah, headset.
HUD? What?
No,
what are you talking about?
The HSD, the headset device. They keep abbreviating the headset. Why don't you just call it a headset? It's a
headset.
No, it's
display?
not a hood. It's not a hood.
Headset diameter.
The actual headset. It's called an HSD, or they keep saying whatever.
Okay.
That's what I keep reading in articles anyway. It's pretty sure it's HSD. Correct me if I'm wrong in chat. But anyway, they were not only showing off that, but they also had the two touch remotes. I know touch is Rift, but the equivalents of the Oculus Touch. So basically, kind of pick those up, and what you kind of see in this video is that those are actually guns in the virtual environment, and you can go ahead and reload them and shoot. That simulator, that experience was really cool. It's probably the most thorough demo that I've ever had experienced personally with VR. and it kind of blew me away. And you really just feel like you're there. You know what was funny? I don't know if I told you this, but Heather, my wife, actually tried this demo as well.
All headshots. That's all she got.
All headshots. Not really. She got headshotted by a zombie. No, actually, when she was watching me do it, because they have the like flat screen TV showing what the person's seeing.
Yeah.
The binocular version or whatever. She was like, "Oh, that doesn't look too bad," because she hates zombies or whatever. I'm like, "Yeah, it's not scary at all." So she puts the headset on and she flips the hell out because it's just that much more immersive. I mean, when you're watching it on TV, it doesn't even compare to what you're actually experiencing with the headset on. So HMD, head-mounted display.
Head-mounted display.
Thank you, everybody. I knew it was. See, I knew there was an acronym. At least I got the acronym part right. They have an acronym for that. Thank you very much. But headset-mounted display. It was really cool.
That demo is called Arizona Sunshine. I managed to actually.
That's right.
Lucky Google search pulled it up right quick.
Nice.
That I also got a chance to try. I tried it over at the AMD booth, so they had it powered by a Fury X machine.
Okay.
The way I described it was similar to the way I described the Tron demo that I tried last year, where you throw on the discs.
Yeah, right.
And you have the shield.
Yeah.
Which is that I've tried quite a few VR demos, and a lot of them feel like demos. Like, hey, here's like how you could do this, you know. Or certain ways, and then there's only been a couple that felt like I'm playing a game.
Yeah, right.
The Tron demo was one, and this one was definitely like as well, right down that vein, in that vein as well.
Yes.
And I mean, just the fact that you were just aiming the guns, and you had a laser sight on them, and the tracking worked, quite well, I would say, just as far as what you do is what is represented on screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one was a lot of fun.
The other cool thing about the Vive is that you can actually kind of walk around with it, and you'll walk in your virtual environment as well. And it's got sensors to tell you if there's like basically an object or a wall in front of you. You'll actually see like kind of a semi-transparent grid appear with the headset on in front of you, letting you know there's a freaking wall. Don't walk any further, otherwise you're going to hit your head on the wall there. But I thought that was really cool, and it kind of just added to the whole experience. Very cool stuff. We are going to be talking a little bit more about VR on my half of the show later on, as well as on Paul's half.
This is your half of the show, Kyle.
Yeah, right. So later on this half, as well as on Paul's half, we're going to be talking about like pre-orders and stuff like that. But we'll save that for later.
VR. Stay tuned.
Corsair Bulldog, I liked.
Bulldog.
I thought it was pretty cool. I think it looks better now than it did in Computex. It kind of had that weird like red accent on the side, which I wasn't a huge fan of. And it's just completely blacked out now. They were calling it like piano black, with the front panel or whatever. Still has a lot of good ventilation, but the Bulldog looks pretty cool. They were demoing it at the Corsair booth, of course, with Battlefield Battlefront in 4K on a big ass TV. And they let me play it for a few minutes with their upcoming Lapdog as well. Did you try out the Lapdog?
I didn't sit and try out the Lapdog, but I did admire it, and I thought that they did a really smart thing about it, which was that they made it just compatible with the existing like K70, I think.
Yes.
So yeah, if you have a K70, the new Lapdog just slots in, which means you can swap out the keyboard. Yeah. So if you have a standard Corsair keyboard, which comes in a variety, so if like you originally bought one that only has red backlighting and you want to upgrade to like a different switch type and RGB,
right,
you can just swap it in there. It also makes it like an easy upgrade. So I think they said they're going to sell it as a full thing with a keyboard included, or you can just buy it as an upgrade for a keyboard you already have.
Yep.
I do like Corsair's push towards the living room, like living room gaming thing. I feel like what they're really trying to do is say like we want to push the PC gaming into the living room living room area.
Yes.
There's obviously a huge market for that as well, and we want to be at the forefront, which is, from a business perspective, very smart.
Yeah.
Some of it feels more awkward than others, I will say.
Yeah.
I mean, the Lapdog, when you first see it, is like, well, you got a keyboard and a mouse on your lap, really?
Right.
But you tried it, right?
I did.
I didn't try it at CES, but I have tried it. I tried it at PAX Prime.
Yeah. Honestly, it was really comfortable. It was more comfortable than I thought it would be. It's kind of wide enough, and when you have both of your arms kind of spread out on the peripherals, it kind of balances out the weight of the actual Lapdog, so it's not constantly leaning to one side or the other. It doesn't feel like you're a teeter-totter, especially if you have it on both your legs and you're not like crossing your legs or something stupid like that. And that's you. That's you.
Me.
Photo bombing my or video bombing.
That's right.
My video.
I saw Kyle. I was
Look
like,
at you.
I gotta go over there and make fun of him.
You troll.
All right, so there's a bulldog. This is Kyle's.
So you can see the demo in the background.
You guys have probably seen the bulldog because they have been. Do you have a bit on the lapdog here too?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I only covered the bulldog and their new carbide cases.
Then I pulled up that video for nothing.
Yeah, sorry about that. Well, you get the nice lapdog logo in the background there.
It is a good logo.
But
product placement.
Lapdog was pretty sweet. The only thing I'd say is they need to add a palm rest because I was getting a little bit uncomfortable, like kind of rubbing against the edge of the lapdog.
Get one of these.
Yeah, get one of those. Just slap one of those on somehow. It's just a million times better.
I love these.
But moving on,
There's a lot of fur on it though.
Ooh, yeah. Don't.
How does it get? She doesn't get up on the desk.
QA the armrests for Nori here before you guys send them out. Also at the Fantex booth, I saw their Project 916.
Aha. This I did not see.
Or their 916, however you want to call it. It was kind of funny during my interview with them as I was talking. I kept calling it the 9116. For some reason, my brain was not cooperating as it usually does. And I was like, "It's the 9116, everybody." And then like we'd cut and they'd be like, "You called it the 9116 again."
Because in '91 you were 16 years old.
No, I was 3.
No, you were.
I was 3, but if you do some addition, some math,
I
or
wasn't.
whatever.
I also wasn't that.
That was it's a dual system chassis. And I should have probably provided links here so that you can see pictures of it.
I was gonna pull in a question from chat, but it's mostly about masturbation, so let's move on.
Sweet, awesome.
It's pretty.
No, you're right. We shouldn't talk about that.
Pretty standard.
We shouldn't talk about that.
Pretty standard.
Yeah, 9116 is a full tower dual system chassis. You can actually mount 2 power supplies in there, and then Fantex was also showing off their power combo unit. What that essentially does is allows you to use 2 power supplies and wire them to one system, essentially, so that it does a couple things. One is like stability and for overclocking, things like that. Load sharing, improved efficiency. Also redundancy. So if one power supply happens to fail and you're doing something really important, the other one will back it up.
Does Fantex make power supplies?
No, they don't.
Okay,
but they should.
So what I read into this is basically Fantex talking shit on all of the other case/power supply makers, saying, "Hey, the power supplies that you're making, like they suck, and and like we might as well make a case that needs 2 of them because they suck so bad you probably need 2 power supplies."
it's just it's all like some big subliminal.
I might be reading into that too much, but
no, I think you're right. It's just one giant subliminal like campaign.
I didn't get to go to Fantex, so you guys will have to go to Kyle's channel for his coverage of that. I did get to say hi to Justin though, which was cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
he's a cool guy. So the other thing is that if you, let's say you have a system and you have a power supply that's adequate to handle it, and then maybe a bit later down the line you want to throw in a second card in there for SLI or Crossfire, most of the time you'd probably have to like upgrade that power supply to something that's has more wattage and things like that. But if you were running a dual chassis like this, like the 916, I don't know why I'm pointing over there. There's nothing over there. You could essentially just get the power combo unit, buy another budget. Thank you, Vanna White.
We'll put it in post-production.
Sure, we will. Buy another budget power supply, link the 2, and all of a sudden you can handle the TDP there. So pretty cool stuff there all around. You have some interesting. We both have some interesting. An interesting encounter with someone kind of a VIP at CES. Who was that?
So this was random. So
yes,
I don't know. CES, there's always just some random stuff that happens, and for me, probably the most weird and cool part of the week was when I was outside the Palms at the drop-off area, and Arabian Prince came up and introduced himself to me and Kane, who were standing there.
Yeah.
Arabian Prince, if you guys aren't familiar, is a member of NWA, one of the original members of NWA.
Niggas with attitude.
You can say that because it's your half of the show.
It's only weird if you make it weird, Paul.
Okay, I'm not making it weird. We're just rolling.
That's right.
That's the name of the group. Point being that he introduced himself. He said that he loves working on PCs because he's in the music industry. He does a lot of audio work and that kind of thing. That he actually brings people over to the PC from the Mac side, since that's also very popular in the creative industry.
Right.
And that he uses a lot of the tech videos put out by like me and Kyle.
Right.
And I think you mentioned like Linus and Tech Syndicate, but basically they're familiar with us.
Yeah.
And
that's a trip.
It was just really, I was like, yeah, like NWA, like Dre and Eazy-E and Ice Cube, and that's pretty. I was just like, what?
I was
the last
shocked.
thing I would have expected,
stunned.
right? So, but he also met Kyle.
Completely separate occasion.
Completely
just
separately.
by chance, yeah.
And yeah, like that's I was just kind of blown away. So
yeah.
So basically, Kyle and I are going to be featured on Dre's new album.
Yeah, of course.
We got that on the books, right away.
Yeah.
And
you know what I wanted to do, because I followed him on Twitter and he followed me back like 5 minutes after our encounter, and I wanted to message him and be like, dude, Beats should totally make like a gaming headset, and like I can help you. I can tell you if it sucks or not. Like, give me one for like a review before it comes to market. I'll tell you what you need to fix. But then I realized, like, I don't know how much influence Dre has over Beats anymore because it's been sold to Apple, So I mean, I was like, well, maybe I'll just pass up that $1 million,
it's just a missed opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. But it was a total trip.
And apparently, Dr. Dre has watched at least Kyle's.
Honestly, if he came up to you and me and he said Dr. Dre watches my videos, he probably has watched your videos too.
What if Dr. Dre is watching us right now, as well as Arabian Prince?
That'd be fucking
and what if
crazy.
they're fangirling right now that we're talking about them?
We should like smoke a bowl or something just to like.
We should.
Just to honor them.
That's 2016, right? We're.
My New Year's resolution is I'm going to smoke more weed. But yeah, it was a total trip, and definitely the highlight of Weird at CES this year.
That's crazy.
Super cool. But I think that's pretty much all I wanted to go over for the CES recap.
That's half your show.
Don't worry. The rest of it sucks, and it's going to be like 5 minutes. So,
good.
Yeah. Let's move on to Pimp My PC.
Yay!
I really have to pee. I've been really
Usually
good.
You can hold
I've been
it.
really good. No, I've been really good about going right before we stream.
And you didn't.
And I didn't this time because I was so excited.
So you can't hold it for another half an hour?
It's tough. I'm going to do it. I'm going to try.
You're going to try to hold it?
I'm going to try. I think after Pimp My PC, it's either going to be your toilet or the floor.
I give you 2.5 minutes.
All
right, Pimp My PC.
Let's go. Pimp My PC, the blatant ripoff segment from Matt Phillies. Pimp My Setup. You can go ahead and check him out at youtube.com/SwashinTV. He does a really great show there. So great that we decided to rip it off completely, but with PCs instead of desk setups. So first off, let's talk about Cody.
Cody,
what do you got? What do you got for us, Cody?
i7 4790K 980 Ti, 24 gigs of RAM, and a TX 750M custom sleeve power supply.
Nice.
That's a pretty sexy setup. 24 gigs of RAM. So what is that? That's 8 and 16.
Why are people saying RIP in chat?
What? I don't know.
Okay.
That's awesome hardware.
Suck it up. Suck it up, Twitch.
It says we're streaming to both. I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah, YouTube's doing fine. I see no rips on YouTube Gaming.
Yeah, YouTube's good.
YouTube Master Race, baby. All right, so Cody, pretty sweet system here. Like the hard tubing. Like the hard tubing, baby.
Oh, yeah.
You got a blue and green color scheme, which it wouldn't be the first pick that I would go to, but I don't know. I feel like you have an even amount of green and blue here to kind of make it, that they each kind of complement each other. If you had mostly blue or mostly one color and then just a speck of the other one, then it would look awkward and out of place. But I think you've done a nice job kind of balancing the scales here in terms of color scheme. And also kind of a nice execution with the hardline tubing. I like how the tubes are very straight, going from the CPU to the res. Or I don't know if it's not to the res. Oh yeah, maybe it's to the res. It's kind of going up and around or something like that. And also down from the GPU over to the pump there. Or I guess it would be the other way since it's flowing clockwise. But it looks kind of like strange. The green tubing that's going from your CPU to your top-mounted radiator, it looks a little bit crooked. I don't. It's almost to the point where I don't know if it's hardline or if it's soft tubing.
You're talking about this one right here?
No, the one going from the CPU up to the radiator.
Oh.
It just look. I don't know.
That's hardline.
It's hardline. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's hardline, but it's an awkward bend.
Right. I think it just looks a little bit. Maybe it needs to be redone or something like that. Because I'm okay with the one right in front of it. I'm okay with the longer angled one. That one looks pretty clean. It's just the one behind it that I'm not 100% sure if that was a slight mess up there. But that's probably the only thing that stands out to me here. Other than that, you have really good cable management. You've even taken the time to train your cables. Cable training can be a tedious and time-consuming task, but you didn't give up on it, which I appreciate. And also great case choice. I like how you picked a case where you knew that you'd have some LED accent that would match the interior of your chassis. And good job overall. It's pretty solid.
I'll be honest. I'm not a. I don't think the blue and the green of the fluid are matched as well as they could be.
That's very fair.
What wouldn't be terribly difficult to do would just be to swap out the coolant. I mean, because it's green. It's green coolant as far as I can tell, and maybe try a different color.
That's true. That is true.
Because you do have that option, and you can do that without too much difficulty. It's also hard to say if this case is like lit up at night or something like that. Maybe that's UV reactive, and maybe it looks completely different when it's got a side panel on with lighting. But a very nice build, very clean. Yes, nice sleeved cables too.
Thank you, Cody.
Thanks, Cody.
Next up, we've got Devin, and let me see which computer this was. Oh yeah, so Devin's system. If you scroll down a bit, he's done some interesting work here.
There's some lattice work in there.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like a house from the 70s.
Yeah, that's
like a 70s wallpaper or something like that.
I'm trying to decide if I like it or not.
Yeah, me too.
I think I like it. It's clean. It doesn't. There's no. Right. I mean, at least by the picture here,
it
doesn't.
All straight.
Yeah, it's all very straight.
Right.
It looks like it's cut very well to size, and it doesn't look like there's any ragged edges.
Maybe he's like in the wallpaper business.
Yeah,
and he just wallpapers everything.
It's definitely very different, but
you know,
I mean, it looks pretty clean.
It does.
You know what? I would be really interested to see this with all of that done in like a gray or black. Because it wouldn't like right now. That's all I see.
Right.
I don't even see any of the parts in there. All I see is this pattern of white in the background, which again doesn't look too bad or anything. But I'd be interested to see maybe in a different color.
True. The panel that's on the 5 1/4 inch base is kind of confusing.
This one up here. I'm guessing he definitely has maybe one, maybe even 2 5 1/4 inch bays up there.
Yeah.
So that's probably what he's done. Cable management. You did what you could. And there it is with the side panel. And so this is a Cosmos 2.
Right.
With a custom side window cut into it.
Yes.
Huh.
It's really, really different, really unique.
Yeah, different, unique.
I'm curious why that pattern. Just a little, like
maybe it was just what was available, or
maybe.
Yeah, I will say I like this. I like that it's different. I like that it's done pretty cleanly. It's definitely a very nice build, and your setup's pretty sweet here too. What is this on the left? Is that a 3D printer?
Possibly.
Robo something.
You know what kind of throws me off about this is that it's like the first time I've ever looked at a PC and thought, that looks homey. I've never thought that about a PC before. It's like I'm having a first right now. I'm having a first moment.
Anyway, it's a 6800K, a couple
Matrix like a
980, Asus Matrix 980s.
It's a living room for his computer. It's adorable.
Oh, look how he mounted his Soundcore 3D card.
Yeah, I like that.
He must have a riser or like a ribbon cable for it.
Right.
Huh, that's
probably going through like the back as a pass through.
That's interesting too. Yeah, I'd really like to see something like this where, like, for instance, you've got some hex grilling that's already part of the Cosmos 2 case.
Right.
If this was also the same pattern.
Yeah.
Or again, if it didn't stand out so much.
Yeah.
To me. But I like the concept, and I think it's very well executed. So
you know what? Also, I think maybe some white accents in the case would kind of make it mesh together a bit better.
It could. I mean, you've got the G1 shroud on the motherboard a little bit.
You can barely see it with that big ass cooler
it's
there.
Blocked.
Maybe just, I don't know, so add some white in the cables just so it's not just like all red and black in the front and all white in the back. But
yeah.
Very A plus for effort.
Indeed.
That's really cool.
Next is WTF Gaming. or
George Bush.
WTF Gaming 12.
WTF Gaming Bush.
System here based on an i5 4690K, a GTX 750 Ti, Cooler Master Hybrid 212 Evo, 250 SSD, Cougar Spike Mini, which I believe is the case.
Yeah.
And this
Cougar.
Oh, this was
like them Cougars. So this is definitely budget.
Yeah.
I mean, I could tell just immediately from the Cougar Spike Mini.
It's a 4690K though.
That's what I think is interesting, is because you've got a very high-end CPU with a really kind of like entry-level video card and a super budget case.
It's too low to the ground, I will say that. Get that up off the ground. Give it something to stand on.
Yeah, not Paul approved.
Could not fit this in text, but with the case, there's literally no space in the back for cable management. So he's gonna upgrade the case in the future.
Yeah.
And with all due respect to people building on a budget, this isn't a bad way to go for that.
Sure.
Obviously, there's not a whole lot to be done about the cable management here. And as he also said, he's got a 750 Ti. So upgrade path. The 4690K still has plenty of lifespan left on it.
Yes, it does.
Especially if you overclock it, which you should since you got a Hyper 212.
Right.
You also got a 250 gig SSD in there. You got a pretty decent little system in here. Just save up another $200.
Yeah.
Sell the 750 Ti. Get a $250-ish graphics card and spend $80 to $100 on a case.
Yeah.
Redo the cable management and then resubmit it to Pimp My PC, and we'll be like, wow, this is much better.
Look how far you've come.
As it is, yes, you could go in there and do a bunch of stuff to this cable management, but I would say don't bother. Just wait until you upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah. And thanks for sending that in.
And nice for using the green zip ties.
Oh, yeah. The green zip ties.
Pretty key.
Also.
Next up is Minnesota Marauder. Sorry.
Marauder.
I was reading that too fast. Marauder. So we've got kind of a
Minnesota murder.
What is the white? A white, red, and is that gold? Or is that, what color fan is that? It's like he got a fan that would match his Crossfire bridge.
I don't know.
Which isn't, or I'm sorry, that's SLI bridge, obviously. But
it's an
pros. I'll start with the pros. Good cable management.
Yeah.
Everything looks very clean. Everything's like tucked away where it should be.
No ketchup and mustard cables.
No ketchup and
I almost. You know when you start
like
because you start talking and I realized the word I was saying was just going to be a and so but I managed to just.
So you just start talking like a robot.
I just stuttered it a little bit and I managed to pull it out.
Must destroy Robinson family.
No one noticed.
That's right.
Except you.
Except all of our live viewers.
And everyone else who you tipped off. You son of a bitch.
So the thing that I would say about this system is that the case fans, the color probably needs to go. Either go with black.
Honestly, those. I don't think they're Noctuas.
No, they're not.
But the housing of them looks like Noctuas.
But the stickers.
There's a red and black fan on them, which means like maybe they're gaming or something like that. What I'm pissed off is that there's no wide view of this case. I don't know what the case looks like.
True.
What if the entire exterior of the case is that color?
No.
I don't know.
It's white.
It's white?
It's NZXT. It's one of their S340s, I think.
Okay.
Maybe.
In that case,
the other reason why it's not Noctua is because they don't have the little rubbers on the corners.
I already said it's not Noctua.
Oh. I thought you said that
it that color.
Looked like, okay,
just
yeah.
the same color.
Right.
Yeah. All right. If the outside of your case is white, swap the fans to something with a black housing, and get rid of your SLI bridge.
Yeah.
Or paint it or something, and you're good.
Or a black fan with a white blade, that could work too.
That could also work.
Or like a Corsair AF fan with a red ring, that could work too. And yeah, get rid of that Crossfire cable or bridge. SLI bridge. Damn it! Why do I keep saying it's fucking Crossfire? Crossfire.
I don't know. I'm
not used to seeing like the orangish.
It's because you have to pee.
Orangish yellow stuff. It is.
And you know, I have to go. You know when you can pee?
Yeah, when
you finish your half of the show.
When I'm done. I know, incentives. They are
it
motivating.
It adds this extra energy.
Okay, next up we got Jonathan.
Jonathan,
quick. What is this?
760, 4590, H97M-E, 2 terabyte hard drive and 120 gig SSD. First build was 1,600 Australian, which is $1,150 US.
And if he had bought all those things in the US, it'd probably be a $300 build.
That's all right. That's interesting. All right, cable management at the bottom is pretty. I don't know.
It's the power supply.
Yeah, the power.
It's all the power supply.
Thunder. What is that? It's a Thunder 600
Don't make me
watt
laugh.
power
I have
supply.
to pee. It's hard. It's really close.
I know. I mean, any second now. All right, it's an H. All right, so here's what's weird to me. Jonathan or John. Can I call you John? You have John in the parentheses there, so I'm gonna call you John. You have a 4590 CPU. You have an H97 motherboard. You have an 120 millimeter liquid cooling unit on your CPU. What caused you to make that decision? Did you get it for a bargain? In that case, then maybe. If not, like, why? Why are you spending at least probably 60 plus what would be US dollars on that when you can't overclock your processor?
True.
I would spend probably a third to 2/3 of that on an air cooler, which would be quieter than the stock cooler.
4590 is a K SKU, isn't it? Or no, it's not.
No, 4590 is not K, and even if it was K, it wouldn't matter because he has an H97 motherboard.
Right. So you're saying why is he spending?
I'm saying that the money spent on that cooler could have been possibly spent on something.
Oh, the cooler. Right.
The CPU
got
cooler.
It. Yes.
So it could have been spent on something,
sure.
some other upgrade in the system.
Yes.
Or that kind of thing. Anyway, that would just be my suggestion. Other than that, your cables are not very pretty because your power supply is not that high end. I would swap out the power supply.
Yeah.
And then redo the cabling. It looks like you do have some space behind the motherboard tray.
Mm-hmm.
But that can help you out a lot. Other than that, your system doesn't look too bad. And at least the positive aspect of having that 120 millimeter cooler is it's probably a little bit quieter unless the pump is loud. And it doesn't look too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sweet.
Thank you, John.
Thanks, man. Next up, we've got... so that's pretty much all the ones for Pimp My PC in terms of the ones that need some pointers, but I did want to give a couple honorable mentions that I found for today, because there were some submissions that just didn't need any pimping at all.
Just some nice-looking ones.
But I felt like featuring them. So first off, we've got Dango PC.
Woo.
Dango.
5960X.
Dango, dang.
And a Titan X.
Dango.
That's a SwiftTech block.
Shit. Yeah, it is. But yeah,
actually looks like a lot of SwiftTech parts in there.
Yeah, like the little connectors for the GPU blocks.
Oh, it's a 750D too. I like that case.
Yeah. Look at what he did to the bottom.
Oh, he put a big
light box.
A light box.
Yeah, it's sexy.
On the bottom, so it's like your whole power supply is overheating and has become a supernova, and is just radiating its energy out through the bottom of the case.
Which is horrible for temps, but it looks really cool.
It's great for overclocking.
Yeah. So, and you know
nice.
what? I like how all 5 fans are exactly the same.
All the fans are the same.
That is
black and white color scheme.
Prime.
Beautiful looking sleeved cables.
Good hard tubing.
Yeah, that's sexy.
Bending of the tubes.
Super sexy.
Yeah. Good job, Dango. The other honorable mention I wanted to give out is
an audible mention.
To our good follower and friend Gary.
Hey, Gary.
From Reviews by Gary.
What's up, Gary?
Gary has a really nice system that he just built not too long ago. And look at these freaking LED fans.
That looks badass.
It looks super cool, and they're not like the typical green that you'd find, like the NVIDIA green. At least from the pictures, from what I can tell. He says
I think these are Thermaltakes.
He said that he's using the ring lights or something like that.
Yeah, Thermaltake ring.
Ring fans. Yeah, Thermaltake ring fans. Those look sick.
They're RGB, so you can set them to
that's
be a more distinct shade of green.
And he modded
this I believe is an MNPC Tech.
That's right. Yes.
Front panel.
Yes.
That he probably bought from there.
Right.
And it looks like he also went and painted the white behind it to also make it pop and make those snowflakes stand out a lot, which is super sweet.
Awesome,
nice build,
awesome choice of case. I am a particular fan of the Define S myself.
Indubitably.
Also, it just opens up a ton of airflow at the front there. Don't have to deal with any drive cages. Great cooler choice. I like how you picked one of those Enermax. Really, like the black heatsink was a good choice in my opinion.
Also great choice, the Bitphoenix Fury power supply.
Yeah.
And he removed the sticker on the side, which can be either blue or yellow if I am not mistaken, and has very nice, very well sleeved cables out of the box, so you don't even have to spend like 3/4 of a month sleeving your power supply.
Yep.
And feeling like you're wasting lots and lots of time.
Yeah. Overall, this
I've never done that.
Super badass with you've got all 4 DIMM slots populated, and again, having all the fans in your case the same really goes a long way.
It's sexified.
Especially when they're sexy-ass fans like these. So,
Indeed.
Good job, Gary. That's all for Pimp My PC, guys. Let's move on to the next segment.
Jesus, Kyle. We are now halfway through your side of the show.
Okay.
Wait, no, do you... We do.
No.
We are only halfway through your side of
Oh
the show.
shit! All right, I'm gonna go through these. I have to pee so bad.
I know.
Can you just talk about?
Yeah, I'm gonna start. I'll start. I'll start on your hot and heavy.
Just get them lubed up.
I'm just gonna start on your hot and heavy hardware.
Yep.
You go to the restroom and get ready. I will dive right in and get a strong hold on that. Well, guys, now Kyle has abandoned me, left me here by myself. I'm gonna go ahead and press on with his half of the show. The next segment is hot and heavy hardware. That's where we usually talk about computer hardware. Let's see if Kyle has stuck with that theme or not. It looks like he has. I'm using the wrong mouse for the wrong computer. It's that time of the show when things start to go wrong. Anyway, we're gonna start off with this Silverstone Milo ML08, which, if it's Silverstone, it probably means it's a computer case. It looks like it is. Look, it's like a Fractal Node 202 with a handle on top. That's my initial impression. I have done no research, but Kyle has. Alright, so it's got a removable carrying handle on top, so you can remove that gap top. It's got removable snap-on dust filters as well, so snap-on dust filters, super cool. mITX motherboard support, which should have been obvious. 58mm CPU coolers, which is very short, also should have been obvious. It's a very thin case. Full-length graphics card support up to 330mm. Yet again, more reason why the Nano, while very small, still is not needed, except for scratch builds. Anyway, I'm gonna keep pointing that out. See, look, here's a graphics card about the size of the Nano. Look how much bigger you could fit in there. Anyway, two 2.5-inch drives and one 2.5-inch drive or 3.5-inch drive can be supported. I'm guessing that's a mount over here if you have a shorter GPU. Anyway, so then Kyle said to me, he looked me right in the eye, and he said, "Paul,
fuck me.
Fuck me."
Fuck me hard.
Because, like, you've never fucked anyone ever before.
Fuck me like it's the last day of your life.
All right. I've taken them through about 2/3 of your Silverstone Milo ML08
yes.
case.
So what do you think of this? I mean, just from looking at I know you have had no time to look at it or whatever, what do you think?
It's a Node 202 with a handle.
Yeah, kind of.
On top.
Kind of is.
Same layout. Doesn't look too bad.
Right.
Not quite as clean.
No.
I don't know if I like the little feet down here and that kind of thing.
Right.
But, still very thin. It looks like the drive support is a little bit better.
Yeah.
These little cages for 2.5-inch drives look better than the mounting solution on the Node 202.
Yes.
And they got another drive mount over here, which was pretty smart.
Here's exactly. So you can do 2.5 or 3.5 if you have a shorter GPU. But also, this is
that's the reason to get the Nano.
Slightly different than the Node 202, in that the GPU is actually on the opposite side of where you'd find the motherboard. Whereas I believe with the Node 202, they're both facing the same way.
Oh, okay.
So this is kind of face up and face down with the motherboard and GPU.
I see what you mean.
Which, I mean, I guess it'd be fine either way, as long as there's ventilation on both sides, which I think there are. But I don't know about those dust filters on the side. They're external dust filters. The Node 202 I think has the magnetic ones on the inside. But these ones feel like they could maybe like get brushed against something and maybe like snap or something like that.
Pop off or that kind of thing?
Yeah, pop off because they are snap-on. So I'm not sure if I like that.
That's the type of thing I would want to like physically handle the case and try them out to see how well they secure, how good they stay on and that kind of thing.
Right.
But yeah, was there a price point? £70?
So about $100 USD.
£70, which in the United States is $100, you say?
Yeah. I looked it up.
Okay.
Because I'm smart. But I do love the handle.
Handle's nice.
The handle. Remember the handler?
I do.
Handler was sweet.
Handled it.
Good. It was handled for sure.
Okay.
So next up, I want to talk about the HTC Vive. We kind of alluded to this earlier in this half of the show, but pre-orders are now open for starting February 29th. Is that your wife? Someone order us pizza again?
Sorry, headphone users. That is my wife.
No. The barking was the dog.
The barking was the dog.
Let's just specify.
Who was barking because my wife has arrived home.
Correct.
Yes.
So, all right. So now that we're talking about the HTC Vive, did you pre-order the Oculus Rift?
I did.
Me too.
Yes.
But you pre-ordered yours earlier than I did. I probably waited like an hour or two, so I'm probably not going to get mine till like April or May or something horrible like that. You'll actually probably get yours, starting March 28th or something like that.
You can't play with mine.
Nah, you
I'm just
evil-
kidding. No,
evil-
I'll have
evildoer.
I'll have a VR party where everyone comes over and pretends like things are real.
It'd be cool to do like a VR collab or
Virtually.
something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure would.
film you or whatever. But
Price is right.
yes, okay. I see how you operate. But yeah, okay. This is big news, guys, because this is really the first time that VR headsets or HMDs, as you guys like to call them, are going to be available to the public.
Human
for retail.
multiplexing devices.
That's
For anyone
exactly
who's
right.
not familiar with that term.
So I mean, yeah, I'm probably not going to pre-order the Vive because I already spent enough money on the freaking Rift. But we don't know how much it's going to be to pre-order the Vive or how much it's going to cost.
There's a
But
rumor.
There's a rumor which you have.
Which I'm going to be discussing a little bit more on my half of the show. That's might be about $1,500. $1,500.
Where'd you find that article?
U.S. What?
Where'd you find that article?
On the dark web.
On the underground.
I used my Tor browser to go into the dark webs, and it was kind of musty smelling. But so for the dark webs,
Did you
it's
pick
like
me
this-
up some acid while you were at it? So yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's $1,500, but what we can say is that the Rift is $600, and to stay competitive, the HTC Vive would probably have to be around that number. Otherwise, I can't see people going with the Vive over the Rift if it's that much more expensive at $1,500.
What if it's that much more better?
I don't think so.
Can't play.
I feel like there's way more hype though around the Rift.
Well, the Rift was kind of like first to the party. It was one of the earliest and had the most like momentum behind it and the most like validity behind it. So it was just, it had earlier development kits out. A lot of the stuff in the past couple years in the past year and a half, there have been a lot more VR competitors to it. But yeah, I mean, Oculus was the only one for a little while. And
you're right, the Vive might be better. It might blow the Rift out of the water, but I don't know if it'll blow it out $1,500 better.
Yeah, you're right. Sounds like an
Always right.
excellent thing to discuss on Sword Fight.
Bum, bum.
That's on my half of the show.
Stay tuned for that.
Watch my half of the show.
AMD R9 Nano drops to $499. What?
Hell yeah.
What? Yeah.
Honestly, something I think
Cray.
they should have done a while back.
True.
Or maybe just launched it at that price.
Better late than never, I say.
I don't know. I never viewed the Nano as much more than kind of a unique, like, super niche item because, like I said, most cases that are like mini ITX cases still have plenty of graphics card length, so it being short didn't really do a whole lot for it.
Right.
And then the fact that it was $650, which you could get a Fury X for, meant like, I don't like paying the same price for less performance.
Yeah.
So
they were basically just touting the power efficiency. And that was probably the thing that they were trying to drive home, and what to them justified the additional $150 price tag was the power efficiency, only drawing 170 watts as opposed to 250 on the Fury, the R9 Fury and Fury X. Also, like, you only have to use one 8-pin PCIe as opposed to two on the Fury.
2 8-pins?
2 8-pins on the Fury and then one on the Nano. So that was pretty much all they had going for them. And yeah, it's super small and mini and it's cute and adorable. But is it worth the extra $150? Probably not. Probably not to most people. So now I think they've, like Paul said, they should have done this a while ago, but at least they've done it now. It's $500, which makes it a lot more compelling than it once was. So yeah.
Yeah. Now it's actually competitive because, oh gosh, I meant to look up some direct comparisons to the GTX 980, but this versus a 980 now is like a hey.
Yeah.
Nano.
What's up, baby?
And it is pretty cool that it's
What's up,
small.
mama?
So maybe you have a full size system now, upgrade a graphics card, and then later on you. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Later on you like upgrade again, but you also downsize the size of your system. You know, and I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'll buy one.
It also made me suspect that they weren't selling all that well.
Yeah.
Which is another big reason why companies suddenly do price drops is because, like, hey, we have a bunch of these and they're not selling. Maybe if we sell them cheaper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's a pretty big price drop. Okay.
EK?
Re-releasing their Predator 240, very popular AIO that just kind of hit the market not too long ago, 2015. Now with QDC, or Quick Disconnect. So this is cool. This is what a lot of people have been asking EK for ever since the original Predator came out. which is these quick disconnect cables. Allows you to kind of loop in another GPU or multiple GPUs to kind of all have them going through the same loop. Makes connectivity a lot easier, makes support easier, and you are going to be having to pay a $20 premium for that privilege. So going from 200 to 220 USD, I think, is the price tag there.
But considering that a good quick disconnect fitting is going to cost you $15 or $20 anyway.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
And the great thing about the Predator series from EK is that they are using straight up, like, that's like an EK Supremacy Evo block right there.
Yes.
Like, you are pretty much, that is like an EK straight up, you know, like almost like a P series or whatever radiator that you're using. So you're essentially getting these custom water-cooled parts that they're just, EK's just assembling them for you. So you will be getting better performance, as a lot of tests and reviews that I've seen have shown. And that's kind of why you're paying that extra premium, because this is one of the most expensive AIOs currently on the market. But when you see the performance and you see the quality, if you've ever used EK products before, you know how freaking awesome they are. So that's just wanted to mention that.
And hopefully the pump doesn't die and kill your boot array.
Yeah.
Your RAID array.
That happened to you.
It did.
We don't speak of that anymore. It's like Voldemort. Anyway, we've got one more story here for Hot and Heavy Hardware, and it's AMD. Once again, we're talking about releasing their A10 7890K APU. This is a brand new APU. It's going to be the fastest one that they've ever released to market. It's going to be a step up from the 7850K, which I guess would be kind of the next tier down.
Which is a couple years old already.
So we're still using the same Godavari architecture on the FM2 Plus platform. But we're seeing some pretty impressive numbers here. CPU base clock of 4.1 gigahertz with a boost clock of 4.3 gigahertz. Essentially what you're getting here is a base clock that was higher than the 7850K's boost clock.
This is an update to the 7870K, actually.
Oh, 7870K. Yes. Sorry.
7850K.
Thank you, Paul.
Is 2 years old, and I think the 7870K came out last year.
Yes. And then the GPU clock speed is now a whopping 900 megahertz.
Hey.
I think 2133 megahertz is the highest speed of RAM kit that you can put in there. So if you wanted to boost the frame rates of your games even further, you can drop in some fast DDR3 into there. Now, bear in mind that they are making some huge improvements here to the clock speed, but they haven't actually changed the required, or the TDP of the chip itself. So you're still going to get a 95 watt TDP with this chip, the 7890K, which is pretty impressive considering that they are still on the same architecture. There haven't been any developments in that arena. So also on top, and I'm like equally, it's weird, but I'm equally excited, maybe even more excited for this than I am the actual chip. But AMD has announced their new stock cooler.
The Wraith.
We need the Rocket Tyon guy.
What?
The Rocket Tyon guy.
The AMD Wraith.
AMD Wraith.
I was thinking more of like a Lord of the Rings quote or something like that to throw in here.
AMD Wraith.
He's slipping into the Shadow Realm. He will soon become a Wraith like them. I don't think that's right. I think I misquoted that somehow. Anyway,
it's perfect.
Oh, look at these two chicks on a boat.
Oh, I thought you meant viewers. I was
Richest
like, we have
kids,
chicks watching our
richest
show?
kids
This
in
is
the
awesome.
world.
Whoop, whoop.
Don't you want to click on that? No. So I experienced the Wraith.
You did?
I did.
Okay, then
Did you?
You should talk. No.
Oh, I experienced it in person.
Tell us. Tell us more, Paul.
It was quiet.
Yeah? Under load?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It says a tenth of the noise here as the old stock cooler.
Their old stock cooler was abysmal.
It was.
I mean, it did not take much to do better, but this
Yeah.
one is way better.
Yeah.
This takes it from like where it was like AMD stock cooler, Intel stock cooler, and then like, you know, your lowest of the low end of aftermarket stuff here. And this brings the AMD one definitely up above the Intel one. It's just a much nicer fan they're using. It's a copper heat pipe based design. It's larger. I was a little bit concerned about the memory clearance because the system that they had it in, it did look like it was right up against the tolerances for where the memory slots might be.
Sure.
But as long as your memory isn't larger than the top piece here, the black piece, which is kind of the shroud that goes around the fan,
Right.
and sticks out a little bit wider than the fins on the heatsink,
Right.
then you're pretty much okay. So I think for the vast majority of people
Yeah.
who don't have like crazy, you know, heat sinks on their memory that look like that,
Right.
you're probably just fine. So
Sweet.
yeah, But like you said, weird to get kind of excited about a stock heatsink fan. But considering that AMD's had a really, really bad reputation. And, it's also nice to see whenever they do come out with something better, they always it's funny how companies will ignore something for so long until they come out with something better.
Yeah. And
then they come out with a demo. Like this video is straight from their demo, which I hope I can hit replay, which is look how crappy our old fan was. And they have this they have this visual of it going on when they plug it in that shows the waveform of it. Oh, look how hideous that waveform is right there. It's awful. It's awful and loud.
That's completely the accurate waveform.
I think it is. And then this is the waveform.
What is this visualizer thing in the background? It looks like the Sahara Desert.
Yeah, exactly.
What is that? What is that though?
It actually takes whatever you're
just a 3D
recording, the audio of it, and they have these massive sound systems in the Sahara Desert where it replays it at really high volumes, and then it's just a picture of the desert and how the sand kind of dances.
Sweet.
It's live too.
I like it.
It happens in real time.
I like it.
Every once in a while, you see a camel kind of walking across. You're all right, hit the thing, and then all those waves come up, and the camel gets sucked in.
Jesus, this is very violent. This is a very violent
I really
demo,
should have
Paul.
brought this. I should have brought this up when you were talking about the best stuff at CES, but slipped the mind.
Sounds like the best stuff outside of CES.
Okay.
But cooler stuff.
Fabulous.
That's all I want to say. That's it. Let's move on. We're doing Face Off.
We're doing Face Off?
Yeah. Fuck it.
All right, we're doing Face Off.
This
is gonna be fast. Because now I have to pee.
Paul usually is. Do you? You gotta pee? You can't. I have one more segment.
I can hold it. Oh. I didn't say I am going to pee right now. I said I have to pee.
Oh, I see. Okay. Because you have self-control, unlike myself.
A little bit. We'll see if I win or not.
Let's do some Face Off. We're gonna play a game called Rally Frenzy, which is a stupid flash game that I made Paul download a shady plugin for that would actually play it. What this is kind of like a mashup between Twisted Metal and BattleBots, that crappy show that used to see. Actually, it was an awesome show. It was on GH4. That was probably syndicated a couple of places, but I'm sure most of you guys know about it. It's kind of a mashup of those two things, but just way shittier than both of them combined. So we're gonna play it, and you have to click to join on both of us. I've got a good punishment picked out for the loser of today, and we'll do a warm up round, Paul, because I know you're always accusing me of playing the game beforehand.
I saw you playing it. I saw you playing the game.
I have to test these games, Paul. Otherwise, we could just be playing, Get on Top for the next 3 weeks, and no one wants to see us play that. Although it is a super fun game.
Is that it? Are we good now?
We got to choose our color. So choose the color of your car.
What do you want to be?
I want red. I should have gone with pink.
I'm going green.
All right, play.
Hit play.
Yep.
Up, down, left, right, and I shoot with enter.
So I'm gonna be over here.
Okay. What?
So you shoot. I shoot with space. So okay. Here's the thing. See the missile coming out of the middle?
I can't shoot.
No. Shift.
Because I have to. I can shoot. I have to use this over here.
No. What? Why wouldn't you be able to use this?
Don't hit shift. Stop pushing buttons.
Move. Shit. We both got hit.
What's going on now?
I can't move anymore.
It's because you alt-tabbed or something.
I did not alt-tab.
You started mashing buttons.
I know what I did.
Alright, now I can move.
You gotta run. So when that guy comes, so you just lost, you got a life taken away from you.
I have to shoot with this button way over on the different side.
I will blow you to bits! Ow! How did you do that?
I shot you in the ass!
Fuck that, man. Oh, shit. Taking heavy damage.
See, what you didn't know is that I was as an RC program. Oh, you fucked me up.
Yeah.
Hey,
right.
Stop it.
What did I get? Bread? Was that bread? Oh no!
You have a shield?
What? Yeah, the blue thing is your shield. So this is the first round. It doesn't count. Again, it's a trial run.
You just got eaten.
Yeah.
By that thing.
Because there's weapons on that thing, but every now and then it opens up to reveal a rocket, and the rocket will...
I just fell in.
So the red is lava, and when you go over those green things, the green things open and close doors to the lava.
Oh, the green things do.
The green things are basically, yeah, they open the doors. They open the lava.
I got an extra life or something.
Shit! Why? Oh no!
I died.
Alright. You getting the hang of this? Getting the hang?
Kind of.
A little bit.
Is anyone still watching our video?
Probably not. We're gonna look back and be like, oh, 0 Twitch viewers. And
Why?
YouTube, everyone's unsubscribed from us. Oh, you and your guided missile shit. You go away. Okay, so
why does these missiles keep shooting at us?
Because there's a big fucking rocket in the middle of the map that keeps blasting rockets at us.
And apparently eating you if you drive into it.
Yes. But that's how you get the good weapon shit. What the fuck?
I blew you up.
Okay, all right. So I think we've got a good trial run here. We can probably go ahead and start the real game.
Oh, this is just we're just practicing.
Yeah, I told you this was a trial run,
all
so
right,
you
all
wouldn't
right. So
accuse me. You couldn't be like, no,
All
pal, you
right. So how do
clearly know how to play this game better than me, and that's why I lose every week. Yeah.
Should I just hit refresh?
They've all left.
Everyone's gone.
Everyone's gone. No, they're still here.
All right, people.
They don't know any better.
All right. Play. You want to re-red again?
Pink.
Oh,
Whatever. I'll be red. I don't care. I don't need pink to win. Alright, this is for all the marbles. First to 5.
First to 5.
First to 5.
Like kill the other person 5 times?
Yes. Or 5 deaths, whatever. Oh, shit.
Oh, God. That was not fair.
What?
Wait, what?
What happened?
Oh, no, you got to kill.
Your car broke down?
Get off me.
Oh, shit. Fuck. Oh, God, no. No. I don't like the little trap door thing. I don't like the lava. Lava is not cool. Shit, bro.
Alright, 1-1.
What the?
Oh, you blew me up. 2-1.
Fuck you, bro.
That doesn't seem fair.
Oh, no. I'm not the green.
You son
I
of
don't
a
know what this
bitch.
does, but... Ah! Stop trying to launch the lava on me, bro.
Is this in any way entertaining for people?
Oh, my God. All right.
I died again.
Oh, shit.
You're up 3-0.
Oh, shit.
What? Wait, no, you don't get credit for the kill though if you don't kill me.
What? No, I got 3. I'm at 3, baby. Oh, shit.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the 3, the skull means how many times you kill the other person, I think.
Okay.
So I'm at 3. You're at 1.
Stop shooting me.
You better step it up, bruh.
I don't know how I did that, but it worked.
Oh, shit. Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you, man. Fuck you, I just need to shoot your ass. Just shoot your ass.
Oh,
yeah!
You did.
On the butt.
Alright, 2-4.
Oh!
Whoa.
I almost ran into the rocket. If you run into the rocket, you die, I think.
Yeah, but
I mean,
we don't get credit
it gives
for
you
it,
power.
did I win that? I won.
Ow!
I don't know.
Yes, you did. I blew up.
Oh, God.
Oh, don't hit the green thing. No. Fuck you.
Get away from me.
Oh, it's on. Oh, there's lava. There's lava everywhere.
What does that do?
What does this do? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Oh, shit.
No! Oh, you
That's
bastard.
game.
You bastard.
That is 5, baby.
Cheating
That's
bastard.
5. Everyone hears orgasms in chat. That is my genuine love making sound. Pretty close. Not bad, Paul. Not bad.
Nothing's working anymore.
I'm just giggly right now because I know what you have to do as a punishment.
Oh, you're right. But how come none of my shortcuts are working anymore? You broke my shortcuts.
The Unity.
Oh, it's the Unity.
I blame Unity. The
Close. All right.
Littered with malware. All right. So your punishment, Paul.
That again.
The punishment for losing Face Off this episode.
I can't switch back. I can't switch.
To what? The
I
main?
can't switch back to main.
How? How's that possible?
I don't know. It's Unity. It killed it.
It's not Unity.
That or it is, but it's just not updating here.
What? You guys don't want to see our faces full screen anyway, right?
I don't know. That's really weird.
But they have to.
It's really weird.
All right. Should we just?
What?
Can you edit it on the fly and just for this right now stretch our video out?
Maybe.
And then we'll fix it on your half of the show. There's a lot of carbonation right now inside of here. It's bubbling up.
Possibly. Hold on.
I'm like a bottle of bubbly.
I hate this.
What?
Sometimes I hate.
Huh? What's happening?
Go up.
By the way, do you guys like my shirt? My wife got this for me for Christmas as a gift.
Okay.
It's a keyboard with an astronaut passed out on the space bar because he's drinking at the space bar.
That's awesome.
I thought it was pretty cool.
All right.
Is it fixed?
Yes.
Sweet. Okay, so this is the punishment, Paul. You'll see over here, everyone. I have my good old vape that I tend to suck on every now and then.
It sucks it down good.
And what the loser has to do in this round, and your wife is watching intently now, this makes it even more glorious, is they have to take the biggest rip they can possibly muster off of this guy. Not just at any wattage, folks. At the maximum wattage that this thing is actually capable of, which is
1,600 watts.
No, not 1,600 watts.
1.21 gigawatts.
It's not a Roswell power supply. 150 watts. I have made sure that this is well lubricated for you to not burn your lungs out, although that might happen anyway. So Paul, whenever you're ready, just go ahead and hold down the button and start sucking.
All right.
As long as you possibly can bear.
I'll suck as much as I can, Kyle.
As always.
I'll take
Just
don't
don't cough your malaria all over me.
There you go. Did you wipe off the
It's
receiving end? What?
don't turn it.
I didn't turn it.
You're gonna ruin the airflow.
Is it turning?
This is exactly like a computer. It's got airflow and everything. Yeah, you're good.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't
Bear
know.
in mind, I expect you to last about 1 second.
Weak. That's harsh.
That was a lot less than 1 second.
Right.
That was like a millisecond.
I feel bad. I'm gonna give it another shot here.
Okay.
Give it another shot.
You're a trooper.
I'll fuck it, right?
Fuck it. Damn, that was pretty good. That actually wasn't bad. And you guys shouldn't feel like this is an unfair punishment because I vape regularly. Granted, it is easier for me to take a hit like that, but the idea is to take as big of a hit as you possibly could. So I would still have to go as far as I could. We would still die at the end of it. But you're feeling a pretty good nicotine high right about now.
Apologies to everyone.
Yeah.
So Kyle, can you see the biggest hit you can take?
Kyle has been challenged by
Thanks, Diana. And yes, actually, I was about to offer to level the playing field here.
Right.
So here
See
we
what
go.
Kyle can do.
At 150.
Oh God. Jesus. Look at the testicular fortitude. Wow. It's like a.
Oh. Oh God.
It hurts.
Oh, I'm gonna pass out.
Does it hurt?
I'm gonna start hyperventilating.
All right.
Oh, it hurts.
Well, everyone,
Shoot.
if you are ready for more, stay tuned for my half of the show because
No
that's
more.
what's coming next.
Ow.
Good Lord. We'll be
I'm
right
hurting.
back. If you're watching live on YouTube, jump over to my channel. That's where the next half will be. If you're watching on Twitch, we're going to cut the stream and we'll be right back. We're going to take a bathroom break.
Yep.
It's going to be fabulous.
Woo!
Thank you all so much for just stop hitting buttons on the keyboard.
Sorry. Oh,
And,
God.
yeah, thanks, guys.
Thank you all for watching.
See you later.
Later.